everyone. I'm Annie Angel Cruz and I will discuss the chapter 7, Human Flourishing. Human being is defined as an individual person that makes up the society and is responsible for the researches and innovations available up to this day. According to Aristotle, he defined man as a rational animal because he can think and use reason consistently. He is a creature whose destiny is to live in the spiritual soul and physical world. He is made up of material body and a spiritual soul with a belief on the existence and to live in the kingdom of God. The human characteristics evolve over time brought about by several factors like changes in the environment, increased knowledge, and cultural adaptations. First is walking upright, or the early records of humanity that showed humans evolved from four-legged species to walking upright individuals. These when they learned to climb trees and walk on the ground to gather food and to find shelter for their survival. In short, the changes in the physical characteristics of humans were brought about by adaptation to the changing environment. Second is use of different tools, as humans need to survive their various activities such as foraging, hunting, and fishing to provide a wide range of food supply led to advances in tools and tool making. They use stones, woods, bone, and ivory and metals and learn to produce and use fire. The development of agriculture, animal domestication, and adaptation of permanent settlements has led to utilization of bronze, which further developed metal smelting, use of copper, and an alloy of tin. Third is the domestication of animals. The early humans who were hunters and gatherers started domesticating animals. They settled in one place, learned to tame animals, and domesticate them. They also raised animals for clothing, medicine, and shelters. The first animal to be domesticated were the goats, followed by sheep and the chickens. Larger animals like oxen or horses were also domesticated for plowing and transportation. They are also known as the beasts of burdens. Fourth is changes in human body. As early as humans spread to different environments and changed their diet, they evolved body shapes that help them survive in hot and cold climates. First is the short First is the short bodies and long guts. The earliest human species were small and usually had long arms and short legs. Since most of the food that humans consumed during this time were plant-based, this required a large digestive tract, a wide rib cage made room for the stomach, intestines, and other organs. Second is the tall bodies and short gut. Some humans have adapted to hot climates. They evolved narrow bodies that help them stay cool. Long legs enable them to travel longer distances. Eating meat and other foods that could be digested quickly led to a smaller digestive tract, making more energy available for tall bodies and large brains. Third is the compact bodies. As humans moved to colder climates, their bodies needed to adapt to help them stay warm. They had short, wide bodies to conserve heat. They depended on both raw meat and cooked food. Fourth is bones were smooth and weaker. Back in 50,000 years ago, when human activities become less physically demanding and diet changed to cooked meat and other foods, human bones also evolved to being smoother and weaker. This is a sample picture of a human evolution that I gathered. The continuation will be discussed by the next reporter. Thank you.
Good day everyone, my name is Sofia Angelo D. Daras and now I'm about to continue the discussion about Chapter 7 which is all about human flourishing. And under human flourishing, we have the characteristics of humans that evolve over time. The first four characteristics was discussed by the previous reporter and now let's move on to number 5, complexity of the brains. The human mind is a complex phenomenon built on the physical scaffolding of the brains, which neuroscientific investigation continues to examine in great deal. However, the nature of the relationship between the mind and the brain is far from the understood. The ability of an organism to process information about its environment is a driving force behind evolution. The more information the brain receives and the faster it can process the information, the more adequately it will be able to respond to environmental challenges and the better will be its chance of survival. Number 6 is social life. Early humans also depended on social life, sharing food, caring for infants, and building social networks to help them survive the different challenges in the changing environment. According to John Donne, no man is an island, entire of itself. Every man is a piece of continent, a part of the main. Meaning, no one is truly self-sufficient. Everyone must rely on the company and the comfort of others in order to thrive. A family can be defined as a socially recognized group, usually joined by blood, marriage, cohabitation, or adoption that forms an emotional connection and serves as economic unit of society. Society is a derivation of the French word société, which came from the Latin word societas, meaning a friendly association with others. Society is defined as a group of people who share common economic, social, and industrial infrastructures. Societies exist in a complex social environments with natural resources and constraints and adapt themselves to these environments. Societies have the following importance. A. Support for each other. People in society come together and organize in a group to support each other because of their common needs, goals, concerns, and ideologies. It is in the difficult times that one realizes the importance of being a part of a society. The support given by a society can be physical, emotional, financial, or a medical form. A system is protection of the people in the society. A leader is selected. Social hierarchies and social codes are established. Next is the formation of social groups. A society is characterized by social networks. A society builds relationships among its members since they support each other and share common interests or territory. Their interactions give rise to strong social bonds that results in long-lasting relationships. It becomes a foundation of the government and building blocks of all nations. C. Formation of a culture. Culture defines the pattern of human activity in a society. It is represented by the art, literature, language, and religion of the individuals who form it. People in the community share norms of conduct, beliefs, and ethical standards that lead the formation of culture. D. Regulation of policies and standards. Society is the foundation of the government. The government helps the management of the natural and human resources that belong to the society and regulates the distribution of public facilities to the individuals. Thus, a society gives us a central regulating authority. Last, achieving a common goal. Members of the society usually come together because of their common interests and goals. They serve as a strong support system in life. The society form a collective movement to work together for what would benefit all of them. The last and the seventh characteristic of the humans that evolved over time is the use of language and symbols. During the ancient times, people communicated with each other using languages, symbols, or sounds. They used pigments, paintings, and carvings. Some pieces of information were stored in the stone paintings, on the walls of caves, and in another canvas. Our ancestors used jewelry and other personal adornments to reflect their identity. These adornments may have represented membership in a group or someone's age, sex, and social status. Modern humans use colors, printing press, sounds, computers, and language to communicate. These different communication tools help humans to survive changes in the environment. And that's all for the characteristics of humans that evolved over time. Thank you.
Good day everyone, I am Dida Agnyusri and today I'm going to discuss about human flourishing and PERMA. How to live a good life? That's the basic philosophical question. Aristotle's answer was live virtuously. Do what a virtuous person would do, and that will make you happy. Well, not exactly happy, but eudaimon. Eudaimonia, sometimes translated as flourishing, is what we all want. It's the one thing people seek for its own sake. Eudaimonia, it's not a matter of one or two moments of bliss. As Aristotle put it, one swallow does not make a summer. It's the result of a successful life. Live well together with a bit of good luck. In his Nicomachean Ethics, basically an early self-help book, he explained how to flourish by cultivating the virtues. Every virtue is a disposition to behave in a certain ways that lies between two extremes. Courage, feeling the fear but doing it anyway, lies between cowardice when you feel the fear and cannot do it, and recklessness when you don't feel the fear when you should. Generosity lies between stinginess when you mean and profligacy when you throw your money around, and so on. This is Aristotle's doctrine of the golden mean. Whether you can act virtuously or not in part depends on how you've been brought up, your moral education, as well as on the choices you make. If that goes well, you will act appropriately and feel the appropriate emotion, whatever situation you find yourself in. 5 elements of PERMA are positive emotion, engagement, relationship, meaning, and accomplishment. The P in PERMA stands for positive emotion. The range of positive emotions is vast. Tapping into positive emotions actually helps improve health, life, and relationships. Beauty, celebration, gentleness, courage, awe, laughter, appreciation, joy, acceptance, kindness, and empathy are just some of the many positive emotions that we felt as a result of our experiences we have. Engagement. What are the things that help you to lose track of time? In positive psychology in PERMA, flow describes a state of immersion in the present moment. When we observe entirely in the present moment, we create momentum. And when we truly engage with our life and work, we can become absorbed, our energy and focus can increase, so that we can enter that flow state. Relationships are vital to your well-being. Relationships can be nurtured and be a critical piece in your increased happiness. Meaning is connected to those times when you are engaged in activities that are helping others or our environment. It is being involved with something that is bigger than you. Finally, accomplishment feeds our sense of self-efficacy. We need to set goals and accomplish them.
Tell me pretty lies, look me in the face.